by the Dream Versus that the only one I had on my wish list that I wanted to see came and went, and that was the 420 special, Method Man versus Redman. I was giddy. I was so giddy. I was so happy. I was a fanatic, just sitting back watching greatness. The most versus ever. Even Ghost and Ray, we're treating it on a somewhat competition level of just, oh man, you wounded me, shot me in my leg on that one. I got to come back on that one. You know, this one was just the concert.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It was just like two dudes. Good.
I was gonna say, it was like they were like, yo, whatever set we did 2 years ago out in Miami that night, let's do that one. It was like that, like planned out and like, or choreographed and just like on par with what they do.
Will, did you see it?
I didn't see it yet.
It was a show.
Yeah.
It was a show. It wasn't a versus. Far from a versus. Oh. They were doing songs together. They were doing like, because you know they have a lot of songs together.
A lot of songs.
So the verses was we're just give me the mics and we're just gonna do our parts.
And they were alternating ad libs, like, you know, Meth was doing Redman's ad libs on his songs and choreographed dances.
They were doing
Redman had a cape on, and fucking Method Man is like walking around and making sure his cape is flying.
I was just about to say that.
That was hard, man.
Redman was going into the Superman lover. So Meth comes behind him and puts a black cape on him. And while Redman just is like squatting down rhyming, you see Meth behind him waving the thing like he's flying the cape.
And he starts walking around with it. Yeah.
It was a show.
It was good.
It was a performance of just the Blunt Brothers, man. And it was it was a 420 special.
420, the Chauvin verdict came down, and then Meth and Red on 420. Oh, come on. It was a great day. It was a good day.
It was, for a hip-hop fan like ourselves, it was awesome to see.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, that's back-to-back verses of Wu-TAng, because Redman is an unofficial member of Wu-TAng.
Yep.
As per RZA and all the other Wu members. Redman technically is a Wu member. So back-to-back verses with Wu-TAng, and there's probably two of the best verses I've ever seen. So it was awesome. Will, appearances from Keith Murray. Good to see him.
Wow. The most beautifulest vocabulist.
Yeah.
Keith Murray came out. DJ Cool came out. Let me clear my throat. K-Solo came out.
Hold on. Before you do that, so Redman said that was his family, his cousin or his uncle or some shit like that. Was that true? Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know.
It might have just been like, you know, street talk. Oh, that's my brother. That's my uncle, whatever. But he said that. I was like, I didn't know if that was true or not.
Yeah. DJ Cool came out. Keith Murray, K-Solo. Not a huge fan of K-Solo, but they did the song that I'm a fan of because I think Muddy Waters is Redman's best album ever.
Hell yeah.
It's an Illmatic album. That's one of the you need to have in your library somewhere. Like Muddy Waters is an incredible album. So the joint with K-Solo, I do like. Not a huge K-Solo fan. So K-Solo came out. DJ Cool came out. EPMD.
Yeah.
Oh, EPMD.
Eric Sermon, Paris Smith. Paris Smith with the fucking hat that he always been wearing since the 90s.
And they did the full cooperation joint where it was EPMD, Keith Murray, Redman, Method. Oh man.
Def Squad was in the building.
That was great to hear, man.
Damn. What about Das Effects? Was Das Effects there?
I wish.
Niggity no.
Niggity no.
They were definitely niggity not on the Viggity verses. On the Wu-Tang side, expect the deck back. Expect the deck to go more verses than everybody else.
Yeah, he's been on every verses somehow.
Deck he deserves to be.
Yeah.
He's great. Like Inspector Deck is a monster on the mic. I love Inspector Deck. And
And Method. Yes, and RZA was there as well.
Ryman.
Capadonna was there.
Capadonna.
So
it was dope.
It was a show, man.
The only thing I did like the intermission, I understand that they needed a break. I get that, but it felt like it kind of delayed everything. But when they came back, it was just like their hits, like the major hits. See, like the first part of it was like their, I guess like their B-sides or like their stuff that like only like the real fans would know about. And then it was like for all the, like the, the commercial
mainstream stuff.
Mainstream, there you go, the mainstream, yeah.
You got to hear songs like I know every song that was played. There was never a song that I was like, "Whoa, what was that? I never heard that before." So I'm a fan of both of them. So I heard everything. It was their catalog is so deep between solo joints and collabs and back, 2 blackout albums. They have so many, from the early 90s to present day, they have songs. So they probably could have turned that into like a 4-hour event.
Easy.
So you got to hear every hit that they had together, every hit that they had from their first album. Like to hear Redman on the 420 special, Rhyme, That's How You Roll a Blunt. That was like from his first ever album, maybe his second. Like
I think it's from his first, I think, yeah.
Their catalog is just so deep that it was just hit after hit. It was,
and they were talking about making another album and another movie.
Well, they need.
How high?
I don't know what's gonna be, but as RZA was going up the stage, like, yo, we need another movie from y'all too.
Yeah, RZA came in saying that, and he also said like he has a whole new album coming out.
Yeah, the RZA's like, I should punch a hole in his palm with these pointy ass rings.
Pointy ass rings.
Bobby Digital all day. Bobby.
I even like hearing RZA rhyme. Him, I can't hear a whole album. I bought the first Bobby Digital album. It was cool, but I had to hear that in sections. I can't just go.
Yeah, I agree.
Through.
Right there with you.
But Wu-TAng in full effect, Def Squad in full effect. They even took a moment to bring everybody because they were treating it like a show. And Redman was like, listen, I need all 4 of you guys here to start clapping or something because we're going in. I just need the feedback. Yeah. And then after that, like you hear a couple people clap because they're pretty much in the area by themselves. But it was cool though, because after the show, they got everybody that was there to get on stage. Like they treated it like a show. Like they treated it like
even how it was shot, like the camera work was great, man. Because it felt like a video, but it was like live. Because like they will cut from Meth and cut to Red, and then had like an angle where like they're on top, scoping them down. They did a good job with that, man.
There was 2 artists putting a performance on, and you could tell. You could tell whose heart's in it and whose hearts aren't. And to see Meth and Red, they're always in it. Like if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. So to see them go in and for a couple hours just drop hit after hit and just from time to time say some funny shit and interact with everybody, it was awesome to see, man. I was privileged enough to see him perform live, and it was as awesome as that. So shout out to Meth, shout out to Red, 2 of the greatest MCs ever to do it, and they're on the stage together, just pulling out the hits. So that was awesome to see. So Will, you get a chance, go check it out, man. It's definitely worth a couple hours of watching.
Yeah. Okay. You see that hat that Meth was wearing? That shit was fucking.
He has clothes coming out on a Cal site. I gotta go check it out. Oh, shout to Street Life too, because he was over there performing.
Oh yeah, that's right. But that hat was $60, dog.
Was it?
$60. I was gonna go buy that shit that night. I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, I'm not paying $60 for a hat. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Was it like a Scully or something?
No, it was a fitted hat with a dope Wu-TAng symbol that was like what's the word I'm looking for? It was abstract, but it was like an upside down W.
Well, no, the upside down W, that's Method Man's logo. It's the W turned into an M. Oh
yeah, that's right.
So he's selling his merch on I think it's cal.com or something like that. Because he had a Flavor Wu-TAng shirt and had the logo, the Method Man logo on the bottom side of it, and he was promoting it. So I'm probably gonna end up copping something. It's not gonna be a $60 hat, but I'm gonna get something.
I would, trust me. I was gonna get a hat and a shirt. I'm like, I can't see myself paying 60 for it.
When Wu-TAng was rocking, I had so much Wu-wear shit that it was just I looked like an unofficial member.
I remember having the Wu-TAng the double CD poster in my room when I was on Undercliff. That I done shot up with my BB gun a couple of times. And my Medicine Society poster. That was fucking hard.
So yeah, the merch looks sick.
Wow.
Like I said, I'm a Method Man fan, so Method Me is in my top 5 all time, dead or alive. Method Man is in my top 5, and the only reason Redman isn't in my top 5 because there's so many other great MCs, but Redman's in my 6 to 8 category. Like they're both amazing and lasted a test of time. So.
Yeah, one last thing, and it was dope that they got. I forgot who was saying that. They were like, "Yo, give us our roses while we're alive," and they were throwing roses on the stage to them. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, they should, man. People, I guess we should doing that. Rest in peace to Black Rob. Rest in peace to Shock G of Digital Underground, aka Humpty. Nobody says shit until they're gone, and then you're giving these awesome compliments to people that won't be able to hear it. So anytime you can, man, you give out the roses to people who deserve it, because they deserve it. So while Meth and Red are still walking this earth, they are one of the greatest to ever do it, and they get all praises. Shout out to DMX, Yonkers. Shout out to Yonkers, man, because they are doing him righteously. We are definitely showing him love. To moral of the story, man, give out the roses to the people that deserve it while they're still able to smell them.
Word up.
So, wow,
well
man.
Said, well said.
We went in. This turned into a MMA show, but it's all right because we're just all things. That's why people keep asking me, like, well, what's your niche? Like, what do you do? I don't want to be the strictly movie show. I don't want to be the strictly wrestling show. I don't want to be the strictly this show, strictly that show. I want to just
talk
whatever's talking, like whatever's happening to the masses, whatever's trending. Like if we could talk about it, I want to talk about the things that are relevant for that time. And this is what was relevant at the time. So awesome show, man. I appreciate you guys for hopping on.
No doubt, man. You're welcome.
No doubt.
I know you're a UFC fan, man. I was waiting to get you in here. It just so happens that it's awesome that maybe we was cool that we were delayed a week because we could drop the ass screen onto the actual fighting of what happened yesterday. And I always love your opinion on it because as much as I think I know about UFC, you're my go-to guy for UFC, Will. So you're the historian and the aficionado of all things MMA to me. So I always appreciate your opinions on it, man.
No doubt.
Len, step a game up.
We'll see. It might be too late, but we'll see.
You can tell me what Roy Jones is having for breakfast, but you can't tell me. Len Dukes, Mr. William, as always, man, greatly appreciate you guys popping in. Greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. And just, man, I got to give a shout out to spot in Germany, a couple spots in Canada, Brazil. So I think at where we post the podcast, we get to see what continent, what region downloads the show. And bro, we got a couple. We're international, man. We got a couple Canadian people downloading the show. We got a couple people from Germany.
Thank you.
Sao Paulo, Brazil, giving us some love,
yeah.
man. So
what's up?
I appreciate all the love in the States, across the country. You never thought I'd say that. Everywhere. So that feels good to say, man.
Love is love, man, everywhere.
Yeah, appreciate it all, man. So hopefully we're entertaining everybody that's giving a shout. So all the places, all the countries, Brazil, Canada, Germany, Europe.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. And yeah, so for Mr. William, Len Dukes, I'm Paul. Again, I'm gonna say because I hate saying it, but I guess it has to be said. Like, subscribe, share, download, comment, all that stuff. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. So, peace.
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 America.
That's right. Bye.